What's up guys, MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always, and finally I'm gonna talk about my favorite character, Kazuya Mishima, in Tekken 5 DR. Now in Tekken 5 DR, Devil Jin and Heihachi for some reason got enormous buffs, even though they were already so strong in Tekken 5. Kazuya got buffed a little bit. I'm gonna show you guys, well, definitely buffs, but his core gameplay was still the same. He had the same weaknesses, and he very much has these weaknesses today, I would say. Although the tracking is much better now. You know, the tracking on the electric in Tekken 7. That's a bit too good though. But before I get into that, I just want to show you guys like his incredible damage in Tekken 5. So as a staple, we would do 2 electrics, double jab into Hell Soup. Sorry, I'm on a pad, but this is not hard. I just make everything look hard. I don't know why. Staple, 64 damage. Insane, you know, and our mix-up, you know, the Hell Sweep does a fucking huge chunk, 32, and forward 4, you know, just like Devil in Tekken 7. That's crouch done. Oh, so on crouch, you know, if you got a forward 4. Sorry. I mean, look at that shit. This is without a wall, and his wall combo does a shitload in this game. This is where he got the low extension, the low kick there, that hits low on the wall for a 70% wall hit. So, just damage is enormous. And this is also where he got the 3-1-4. So, he already had the 3-1. This is where you could add the knee. And that really buffed the damage from twin pistons. He would struggle a bit to get the damage from twin pistons in earlier games. But with the 3-1-4, knock them high, boom, 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 you could get some very decent damage. So that was a pretty decent buff. And yeah, just overall a damage monster, Kazuya. But the buffs and what he got, we can start with 1+2. This move was born in DR. It's a 12 frame punish, 22 damage on its own. But there's a very specific knockdown here, as you can see. And that knockdown is not in Tekken 7. Here you can follow up with an electric, but that is never guaranteed, and it's very difficult. And it only works on a few set characters. I don't think it works on Steve. But what you can always get, they can tech roll here. I'm gonna show you. They can tech roll both sides. But you always have a guaranteed down forward 4-4. But this can be hard to time. So they can get the tech roll if you time it wrong. But you always get the down forward 4. So a very decent 1+2 punish, and especially, you know, at the wall, the follow-up is very easy to do. And then the down forward 3, it still has no extension, so no down forward 3-2, down forward 3-2-1. It still launches on counter hit, but this is where it got the property where it would hit grounded opponents. So I'm gonna knock him into the air, put on controller. This property here, it very reliably hits grounded, and this was the first game to introduce that. Ever since this game, Kazuya's down forward 3 has hit grounded. And this was a huge deal in this game, and especially as, you know, at the wall, if you knocked someone down from the wall with a forward 4, down 4 was guaranteed, because they would, you just stayed grounded for that long in this game. So down forward 3 became a very natural substitute for down 4, because it recovered faster. And you would start doing setups where you spam down forward 3, or you go with forward 4 in case they stand up, apply a 50-50. It's open for new strategy and mind games. So it was a very welcome addition. I loved that change. And forward 3, as I showed you in the Tekken 5 video, it was not nearly as good. Well, it's not a launcher in Tekken 5. You get a stomp in DR as well, but forward 3 to stomp does quite a lot of damage. But it was quite bad in Tekken 5, as it was very minus on block. It was not punishable, but it didn't block stagger. And here it finally got, you see, a block stagger, and it's neutral on block. So forward 3 took a huge buff, and it's actually a pretty damn decent move. I'm actually wave dashing on pad. I'm slightly impressed here. but it's much better in this game. So that was a very welcome buff. You know, as you know, it's got great range. It's a good mid. And then while standing 2, as I showed you in Tekken 5, it would do those stun links if it hit clean, you know, and often that meant hitting from the side. So most of the time, actually, it would not hit clean. So when it actually hit clean, they could get out of it by holding forward to break the stun. If you didn't know how to do that, Kazuya would kill you because the stun links would lead to like 80% combos. It just hurt a lot. But most people agreed that it was actually a buff that while standing 2, remove a clean hit property, remove the stun links, just make sure that it always gives you a launch. This is how you know the move today. And this was introduced in Tekken 5 DR. So this was a slightly bigger damage while standing launch. So yeah, 16 frames fast. But while standing 2, you know, today. And this gave Kazuya reliability. So absolutely a buff, I would say. And then, lastly, he had a very interesting technique. The back fist tornado. Back 2-2. Doesn't that look so fucking cool? I love this move. And it was pretty interesting in DR. I mean, of course, it's a high-low, so that can always be super risky. You know, you can eat a Punisher in between the hits. And back 2 on its own, it's not a very fast move. But if they block this, Kazuya is -13 here when this low is blocked. So that's not terribly unsafe. If you played against another Kazuya, you would get launched. But many other characters so you wouldn't launch you at least, so that's something. But on the offhand chance that you got a counter hit, holy shit did it hurt. And now I mean counter hit, you know, on the initial hit. I think the second hit would always trip, no matter what. Yeah. And that trip would give you a follow-up combo. So for example, if you got the counter hit, oh, sorry. I actually dropped the combo. There we go. This is a staple. 85 damage. Very easy to do, but you have to be able to do an electric. And main man is on a pad. So this is over half-life, absolutely. So a really cool gimmicky move that you could throw once in a while, but it was just so satisfying if you hit it. So pretty cool. And overall, when I talked about his juggle damage prior, this was a staple. On any grounded stun, you would do electric into back 4-2-1. I can't electric. Like so, and I dropped it. Oh my god, you have to sidestep left. There we go. Always half-life. So, these were Kazuya's changes in DR. Very, very strong character. I don't think, if you put this Kazuya in Tekken 5, he would still be top 10, top 9, top 8. But the fact of DR was that all of these super strong characters that were not Mishimas were nerfed, and the Mishimas were buffed. But Devil Jin and Heihachi, who were already stronger than Kazuya in Tekken 5, they got buffed more than Kazuya. So it got praised for its balancing, Tekken 5 DR, and it still is quite a balanced game, but it still has this problem of some characters always being stronger, like Devil Jin Heihachi. Kazuya being strong is okay in my opinion because he's so hard and he has such obvious weaknesses. But then you have characters like Bruce where you just go, what? You know, and Dragunov and Armor King that are on paper kind of fucking useless. Yeah, very interesting. Kazuya was a lot of fun to play. This was the first online game. Enjoyed it a lot. and what would follow Tekken 6 was a disaster for us Kazuya mains. But we're gonna get into that later in a later video. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you have a nice day.